Yo, what is going on, guys? This is Bruin Steel here, and this is my post-game video for Game 4 of the NBA Finals between my Boston Celtics and the Golden State Warriors. And the Golden State Warriors have taken Game 4 at the Garden, 107 to 97, and now the series is tied two apiece. And you kind of knew the Warriors weren't going to make it easy. Steph Curry was unbelievable, dropping 43 points or whatever. Yeah, he was just insane in clutch time. It was just like it was unbelievable. I didn't really watch the game because I was working. I only saw like the end of the game, which was a just a disappointment, man. And we had this game. We had this game. Like holy crap! I think it was like we were up by like 4 points, and Steph Curry, man, the just insane player, just a great player, and Steph Curry, and he just he was just amazing. He was clutch. He was basically clutch in the last couple of minutes in the fourth quarter, and we pretty much lost this game because Klay Thompson and Steph Curry kept shooting threes. Um, Now it was quite close. It was a really close game. It wasn't a blowout. The first couple quarters, the first half was just back and forth, by both teams. And I'm like, oh my God, if the Celtics can pull this off. But, you kind of knew that the we're gonna come out flying. But it wasn't until the fourth quarter we kind of, people are saying the Celtics choked. It that's just that. Steph Curry shot a three. He wanted a foul, but there was a clip of him getting pissed off. And that's just that. Um, Jason Tatum, he had 23 points, and then Marcus Smart had 18, Jalen Brown had 21, Al Horford had 8 points, Robert Williams the third had 7 points. He's doing the rebounding was amazing. I don't know the extent because I didn't watch most of the game, but I know it was a back and forth battle. 27 points for the Warriors in the first quarter. We had 28. We had 26 in the second quarter, and they had 22. The third quarter came. They had 30 points in the 24, and that's just when the fourth quarter was just a complete collapse. They had 28 points. We had 19 in the fourth quarter. Um, you kind of look at that, and you're saying, oh well, yeah, well, whatever. But the rebounding, man, the rebounding was okay, I guess. I'm gonna go over the team stats in a bit, but I want to talk about, the Steph Curry basically was the MVP of this game with 43 points. Steph Curry, 41 minutes on the floor. He was 14 and 26 in field goals. He was 7 and 14 in three pointers. He was 8 and 9 at the free throw line, and he had 10 rebounds, 8 defensive rebounds, and 2 offensive rebounds, and he had 43 points. Steph Curry went off on us. And Game Five is Monday night in San Francisco for Game Five, and pretty much in my opinion, whoever wins that wins the series. But you never know. People want this to go 7 games. Klay Thompson, also a player that's just killed us. 41 minutes on the floor, 7 and 17 in field goals. He was 4 and 10 at the 3-point line, and he did not go to the free throw line. To my surprise, usually Klay Thompson's a great player, and he had 18 points. Andrew Wiggins, 43 minutes on the floor, 7 and 17 field goals. He shot 2 3-pointers out of 6 attempts. He was 1 and 2 at the free throw line, and he had 17 points. Draymond Green only had 2 points. Draymond Green is just quiet. Draymond Green, 2 points. He did not shoot a three. He did not go to the free throw line. He only had 1 field goal out of the 7 attempts. That's just that. And Andrew Wiggins had 16 rebounds. That's just the rebounding just kills you. We won the rebounding matchup last game. They won it this time. And there's Ludley, 28 minutes on the floor, 3 and 4 field goals. He did not shoot a three or for free throw. He had 6 points. Pull, literally, Jordan Poole had Jordan Poole had 14 points, 21 minutes on the floor, 6 and 13 field goals, 2 and 7 3-pointers, and he did not go to the free throw line. It's just that the Warriors pretty much, it was a close game. We were up by a bunch. We were up by like 66-60 at one point, and Steph Curry, man, Steph Curry just took this team on his back, and just the amount of threes that Steph Curry shot was absolute insane. Screen, and then Steph Curry, literally, he shot a three, and then he saw he was fouled, and he just literally, I believe it was Jason Tatum from the back, he kind of pushed him, and, Steph Curry was like, where the fuck was the call? And he got a little pissed off. There was some clip. Um, no, but, I mean, you got the foul last game. Al Horford was a foul, the 4-point play, but that's just that. Steph Curry, look, people, we can sit here and blame, the NBA being rigged, and we can sit here and blame that this was just another making money, and then they make the Warriors win, make it close. We can blame it. We can sit here and blame the Celtics for not closing out close games, and then Jason Tatum said in his press conference that it's not on purpose. We did a great job, and look, I agree with him. It's just that in clutch time we have issues. Um, but looking at the Boston Celtics, Jason Tatum, 23 points, 43 minutes on the floor. He was 8 and 23 in field goals. He was 4 and 8 in 3-pointers, and he was 3 and 5 at the free throw line. He had 11 rebounds, 8 defensive rebounds, and 3 offensive with 23 points. Um, Al Horford, 28 minutes on the floor. He was 2 and 6 in the field goals, 2 and 6 in the 3-pointers, and he was a perfect 2 and 2 at the free throw line, and he had 8 points. Robert Williams III. That's why we got him. That's why we got this guy. He can make plays. He can give the Celtics chances to shoot. 31 minutes on the floor, 3 and 3 in field goals. He did not shoot a three, obviously. 1 and 2 at the free throw line. He shot 2 but missed 1. I remembered it. And he scored 7 points. Robert Williams III scored 7 points. Marcus Smart, 40 minutes on the floor. He was 7 and 18 in field goals. He was 3 and 9 on the 3-pointers, and he was 1 and 1 at the free throw line. He had 18 points. Jaylen Brown, 40 minutes as well, 9 and 9 in field goals, 2 and 6 at the 3-pointer line, and he was 1 and 2 at the free throw. He missed 1, and he had 21 points. Grant Williams, he had 1 3-pointer, which was just 3 points. Derek White had 16 points, 36 minutes, 4 and 12 in field goals, and he was 3 and 5 in 3-pointers, and he was a perfect 5 and 5 at the free throw line, 16 points. Peyton Pritchard only had 1 point, which was a free throw. Look, the story of this game was just the stupid mistakes at the end of the game. It was pretty much just Steph Curry being Steph Curry. Shooting those threes nonstop. That's just that. And look, I give the Warriors props. It was a great game, a close game. It was just at the end, the Warriors were just slightly better, and it is what it is. You learn from your mistakes, and you move on to the next game, which is Game 5 in San Francisco for Game 5. I believe tip-off is like 9 o'clock. The amount of time, the rest between games is insane, and then I guess they do 9 o'clock games because of the time zone. But, I want to go over the team stats real quick. So, the Warriors, they were 40 and 91, 44 point. They were 44 point for 44 point. They were 44% from the field goals. We were 40% from the field goals, 34 and 85. The 3-pointers, we were 15 and 38, 39.5 from 3-pointers. They were 34.9. We were somewhat struggling, like in the free throw, 73.7% from the free throw line. We were 14 and 19. They were 80% from the free throw line. They were 12 and 15. The rebounding, the Warriors pretty much killed us in the rebounding. The amount of time we couldn't get the rebound was insane. The Warriors had 55 total rebounds. We had 42. 16 of their rebounds were offensive rebounds. We had 11 offensive rebounds. We had 22 assists. They had 20. We had 6 block shots. They had 5. This amount of steals. They had 10 steals. We had 8. The turnovers. They had 16 turnovers. We had 15. And for the personal fouls, they had 21 fouls and we had 17. So, it just, you know, like I said, we can sit here and say that, oh, the NBA is rigged. It's just poor timing at the end. And Steph Curry was just so much better. But that it was at least it wasn't a blowout. The Celtics made it close, and look, once again, I got to give credit where it's due. The Warriors came out in the last couple minutes and they made shots. We couldn't make shots. We were down by like 3 points at one point. We tried making the 3 pointers, but we couldn't make them. Steph Curry did. The Warriors did. Give props where it's due. And the series is tied 2-2. And now we're going to Game 5 back in San Francisco on Monday night. And it's going to be a hell of a game. It's going to be both teams is going to be playing. That's just that. It'll be nice if the Celtics can go up 3-2 in the series, but it won't be easy. People are gonna say, oh, since the Warriors, it's literally been back and forth, and people say that, oh, since the Warriors won this one, the Celtics are gonna win again. Maybe, but it's just been back and forth series so far. So, but anyways, I'm not gonna talk too much about this game. It's just a horrible ending. But anyways, I'm Bruin Steel. I'm getting out of here. Thank you guys for watching this post-game video, and I'll be here after the Game 5 in San Francisco, Game 5 on Monday, which is Monday night. I believe it was like 9 p.m. or something. But anyways, I'm out of here. Peace. Go Celtics.